Chosen one, stop scrolling immediately. I am not asking for your attention today. I am commanding it. If you scroll past this message, you are actively choosing to sever the exact timeline heaven prepared for you. The enemy is screaming at you to swipe away right now. He knows this next revelation will permanently destroy his access to your life. Lock your attention here. This is not a coincidence. The algorithm absolutely did not bring you to this exact moment. God intercepted your feed today because you are standing at the threshold of a massive energetic shift. Someone who treated you as replaceable is currently experiencing a full system crash. And it is happening publicly. Nobody has ever seen them unravel like this before. You know exactly who I am talking about. They walked around with absolute arrogance for years. They constructed a completely false narrative about your character. They whispered lies to anyone who would listen while expecting your departure to break you. But instead, you became the uncertainty they were never built to handle. And now their mask has completely shattered. Buckle in, chosen one, because what you are about to hear is not just commentary. It is a specific and undeniable X-ray of the public meltdown happening behind closed doors right now. I am going to show you exactly why the demons inside them start running the second you walk into a room. Do not leave before I reveal this complete picture. If your spirit confirms this raw truth already, gently press the like button. Do it right now to seal your energetic alignment with heaven. This simple physical act builds a spiritual shield around your frequency. It proves to the universe that you are ready to receive the vindication you have been waiting for. We are sealing this divine decree together. Now let us go deeper into your reality. Because what you are feeling right now is not new. Listen closely, because this is the exact part the enemy tried to hide from you. There is a deeply physical reason you have been carrying that heavy weight all week. That suffocating tightness in your chest is not just random anxiety, it is a spiritual detector. Think about the nights you wake up completely panicked at 3 a.m. Your jaw is tight and your heart is racing in the dark. Their face suddenly flashes in your mind without any warning. Listen to me very carefully right now. You are not going crazy. That physical weight is your highly advanced spirit detecting their absolute panic. The enemies who fed on your light just realized they permanently lost access to you. They are starving for your energy in the spiritual realm, and that violent backlash is hitting your physical body like a shockwave. Stop swallowing that heavy lump in your throat every time their name comes up. You were born as a demonstrated warrior of light. For years you played the role of the ultimate emotional stabilizer. You were the human battery for a crowd of dark entities disguised as friends and family. You walked into rooms and instantly absorbed every ounce of their chaotic trauma. You did this because your pure heart thought you were supposed to heal them, but they never wanted to be healed. They only wanted to consume your brilliant essence. The narcissists in your life used your empathy as a free power source. They drained your cellular frequency until you were left completely exhausted on the floor. And when you finally had nothing left to give them, they discarded you. They called you the problem to protect their own fragile ego. But heaven was watching the entire time. Your period of silent isolation was not a punishment. It was a divine incubation season designed to protect you from the matrix. The universe had to pull you away from the crowd to upgrade your spiritual armor. While they thought they were destroying you, heaven was busy forging you into a diamond. And this brings us to the profound shift happening right now. You stepped out of their toxic matrix and you somehow aged backwards. You carry a specific and irreplaceable gravity that makes time itself look like an absolute fool. You did not just survive their storm, you became the sun that burns their shadows away. Watch what happens when you walk into a room now. You do not even have to speak a single word. Your silent presence alone acts as a blinding mirror to their corrupted souls. The demons hiding inside the crowd instantly recognize your royal authority. and they malfunction because your pure frequency literally burns their parasitic attachments. They start running because they cannot manipulate a spirit they can no longer comprehend. Your silence became a lethal weapon that starved their dark entities, and now they are drowning in the noise of their own chaotic making. They are frantically searching for a replacement for you, but they are quickly realizing your specific depth is utterly unreplicable. Let us break down exactly what happened behind their closed doors. You need to understand the physical toll of your spiritual assignment. The deep exhaustion you carry in your bones is not a medical mystery. It is the heavy somatic weight of being an empath in a world of vampires. For years you operated as a human battery, and you freely gave your pure light to people who only knew how to take, because your heart was programmed to heal their deep brokenness. Think about the days you could barely get out of bed. Your mind was clouded with a thick brain fog that no amount of sleep could cure. You thought you were just tired, but that mental haze was a direct spiritual attack from the narcissists in your circle. They intentionally drained your cognitive energy to keep you confused, while they quietly manipulated every single situation to their advantage behind your back. They needed you weak so they could maintain their control. That suffocating pressure in your chest is a physical manifestation of their toxic cords. Every time you compromised your boundaries to keep the peace, you swallowed your truth. You pushed down your own voice to make them feel comfortable. And that constant suppression created a literal blockage in your throat. Your highly advanced spirit was desperately trying to warn you about their parasitic nature, but you chose to ignore the red flags to save the relationship. You have always been the ultimate stabilizer in every chaotic environment. When their lives were falling apart, they ran straight to you for comfort. You absorbed their chaotic frequencies and transformed them into peace. You did this effortlessly because you are the cycle breaker heaven has been waiting for. But they never appreciated your massive sacrifice, and they simply expected your endless support as their absolute entitlement, while giving you absolutely nothing in return. And when your energy reserves finally ran dry, they did the unthinkable. They looked at your exhausted physical body and they discarded you. They acted like your sudden lack of energy was a massive burden to them. They called you selfish. They labeled you as unstable to the flying monkeys in your shared circle. They projected their own hollow emptiness onto your beautiful soul because they needed to play the victim to hide their dark and twisted reality. I need you to hear this truth in your spirit today. You were never the problem. You were the rare diamond they could never afford to keep. Your physical collapse was not a sign of weakness. It was your physical body violently rejecting the matrix programming they tried to force upon you. Your cells literally rebelled against the constant draining of your sacred anointing, and heaven forced the separation to save your life from their demonic influence. This is why your current season of isolation is actually a massive blessing. Unplugging from the matrix was physically painful at first. Your nervous system had to detox from their chaotic manipulation tactics. You spent days crying silent tears. You waited in wound for an apology that will never come. But those painful tears were actually washing away their toxic residue from your energy field, preparing you for the massive elevation that is approaching. Notice how your body is beginning to respond to the distance. Even on your hardest days, a quiet peace is returning to your mind. That heavy brain fog is slowly starting to lift as your frequency resets. You are stepping into a profound season of physical and spiritual restoration. The universe is completely rebuilding your energetic boundaries right now, and the angels are standing guard over your mind while your nervous system finally learns how to rest without the constant threat of an attack. While your physical body heals, they are experiencing the exact opposite reality. Without your light to feed on, their internal darkness is consuming them alive. They are desperately trying to find another empath to replace you. but they are discovering that nobody carries your specific energetic signature. You were the only one who could handle their demons, and now they are left to face the terrifying consequences of their own actions, while you get to watch them unravel from a place of absolute safety. They took your silence as a victory at first. They thought your physical exhaustion meant they had completely broken your spirit, but they deeply miscalculated the resilience of a chosen one. Every day you stay away from them, your cellular structure rebuilds itself stronger than before. You are not just recovering from their brutal emotional abuse, you are undergoing a total energetic alchemy that is turning your deepest wounds into an impenetrable armor of divine power. This brings us to a critical distinction that eludes the vast majority of people. The heavy physical symptoms you endured were actually signs of your immense spiritual capacity. A normal person would have been completely destroyed by the dark forces you carried for years, but you held the line. You carried their heavy burdens until heaven finally stepped in. God severed the cord because your assignment in that toxic environment was fully completed, and it was time for you to step into your royal inheritance. Do not ever apologize for the time you needed to rest. Do not let anyone shame you for the days you could barely function. Your body was fighting an invisible war that no one else could see, and you absolutely won that battle. You survived the brutal extraction process. Now you must prepare for the incredible physical and spiritual elevation that is currently rushing toward your reality at lightning speed. Read that again in your spirit. The physical pain of your past is permanently over. You have officially graduated from the brutal training ground of the empath. You will never again serve as a free charging station for spiritual parasites. The days of sacrificing your physical health for their comfort are completely done. Heaven has placed a permanent seal of protection over your restored energy, ensuring that no dark entity will ever drain your beautiful light again. But here is the raw, uncomfortable truth they could never say out loud. The exhaustion you felt was not just from the spiritual vampires in your life. There is a deeper reason your reality has felt so incredibly heavy lately, and it is entirely connected to the invisible forces trying to keep you small. The delay in your massive blessing is not a divine punishment. It is actually the result of a deliberately blocked cellular frequency. Let me completely reframe your entire reality right here, right now. I need you to think back to when you were a very young child. You operated daily with an entirely effortless knowing. Great ideas came to you instantly without any struggle. The process of learning felt completely natural and highly fluid. The world seemed to magically align with your thoughts before you even spoke them aloud, because your vibration was completely untainted by the dark matrix. You had an incredible intuition that instantly detected hidden truths. You experienced daily synchronicities that made life feel completely enchanted. That was your completely natural and elevated state of being. Scientists have a specific name for this powerful brainwave frequency, and it was the exact frequency your brain was running effortlessly before the modern world intervened to shut down your massive spiritual potential. Then the heavy burdens of adulthood finally arrived, and the modern world went to work on your brilliant mind. The forced routines and the chronic stress began to alter your biological rhythm. The rigid school systems trained you to conform instead of creating your own independent reality. Every single year, this sacred frequency was systematically pushed deeper below the surface, while you were forced to survive in a system designed to drain you. The dark elite designed the modern system to suppress this exact brainwave. They know that a chosen one, operating at their original frequency, is completely unstoppable. So they engineered a world of constant stress to keep your highest cognitive abilities totally dormant. They wanted you permanently trapped in a low-level survival mode. This ensured that you could never access your divine inheritance or threaten their fragile control over the collective reality. This is the exact suppressed weapon the enemy tried to hide from your bloodline. As this vital frequency faded, your effortless genius slowly went completely silent. Your sharp intuition became clouded by a thick and heavy brain fog. The beautiful synchronicities stopped happening in your daily life, and you suddenly felt like the entire universe had stopped actively working in your favor, leaving you to fight your hardest battles entirely alone in the dark. Most people will live their entire lives without ever knowing this happened to them. But you are absolutely not like most people. You are the cycle breaker heaven, assigned to end this generational suppression. You always sensed that something vital was missing from your daily experience. You watched other people succeed effortlessly while you struggled just to survive, even though your heart was infinitely more pure than theirs could ever be. Listen to me very carefully in this exact moment. 99% of the population will completely miss this massive energetic shift. The gap between you and the people who seem effortlessly blessed is not a lack of willpower, it is absolutely not a lack of spiritual discipline. And it is certainly not a flaw in your divine destiny, because heaven has already written a perfect outcome for your entire bloodline. It is simply one single brainwave that the modern world suppressed in you without your consent. What if everything you have struggled with is not a character flaw at all? What if the blocked finances and the physical exhaustion are just symptoms of a dormant frequency? The elite want you to blame yourself for this heavy mental fog. They need you to feel inadequate, so you never realize the incredible power sleeping quietly inside your own biological structure. Stay with me, because this next revelation is the key to everything. This suppressed frequency is the exact reason why the narcissists were able to attach to you. When your primary brainwave was pushed into a dormant state, your energetic shield was temporarily lowered. This tragic lowering of your natural defenses allowed those dark parasites to feed on your remaining light without facing any immediate consequences. You were completely exposed to their quiet manipulation. Heaven gave you the grand vision, but your physical brain requires this specific alignment to manifest it. You cannot fight a biological matrix blockade with just positive thinking alone. You need to reactivate the exact childhood frequency that made you an untouchable force of nature. And the dark elite are absolutely terrified that you are finally waking up. Because once this specific brainwave is turned back on, your sudden rise to power will be completely unstoppable and highly visible to everyone. Let me completely reframe your entire reality right here and right now. You spent years believing a massive lie about your past relationships. You thought the narcissists in your life truly hated you. You thought your pure heart was somehow flawed because they constantly criticized your actions. But here is the raw and uncomfortable truth they could never say out loud. They never actually hated you at all. Hate requires a level of emotional depth that a spiritual parasite simply does not possess. What they actually felt toward you was absolute and paralyzing fear. They were completely terrified of your primal light, because your royal frequency was a blinding mirror that instantly exposed their massive internal decay. You were not the anomaly in someone else's otherwise healthy life. You were the mirror they never wanted to look into. The reaction against you got this loud because you got closer to their dark truth than anyone before you had. Every time you walked into a room with your head held high, your brilliant energy forced them to see their own hollow emptiness. They expected your departure to permanently destroy your spirit. They waited with bated breath for you to completely fail. Instead, you walked out of their toxic matrix and aged backwards. You carry a specific and irreplaceable gravity that makes time itself look like an absolute fool. You did not just survive their brutal storm, you literally became the sun. This is exactly where their entire manipulation deeply miscalculated. They thought they could dim your light by constantly feeding you their heavy trauma, but they forgot exactly who they were dealing with. You are the anointed one. Heaven chose to break the generational curses of your bloodline. Your resilience in the dark activated a massive and public blessing that they cannot touch. Type 777 in the comments right now. Do this to physically claim this incoming miracle and lock in your frequency before we move forward. That physical action is a spiritual seal proving your immediate obedience to heaven. Do not let the enemy whisper doubt into your mind. You are the rare diamond they will forever regret losing. Listen to me very closely right now, because 99% of people completely miss this shift. The narcissist is desperately trying to build a new life without you, but they are failing miserably. Because they built their entire false identity using the massive energy they stole from your pure soul, and now their stolen fuel supply is completely cut. Without your bright frequency to sustain them, their false reality is collapsing at lightning speed. They are frantically trying to replace your light with cheap imitations, but cheap rocks can never replace a true diamond. Every time your name comes up in their circle, it hits them with the agonizing weight of their massive and irreversible mistake. Your silence was a lethal weapon that starved their dark demons. You won the battle without lifting a single physical finger against them. That profound restraint was not a sign of weakness. That silence was a divine strategy that signed their eviction notice and handed the verdict to a spiritual court they cannot appeal. Your victory is completely final. They wanted you permanently buried under the weight of their projections, but instead they became the exact shovel that dug up your buried treasure. The universe used their toxic behavior as a catalyst to push you toward your royal awakening. Every single tear you cried in the dark was secretly watering the massive harvest you are about to receive. Read that again in your spirit. You are an untouchable force of nature. The trauma they inflicted on you actually accelerated your spiritual evolution. While their bitterness and envy are currently aging them like milk left in the sun, the universe has completely reversed your biological clock. Your cellular frequency is finally resetting to its original royal state. You are no longer waiting in wound for an apology from a master manipulator. You have completely transcended their toxic matrix. You are stepping into your permanent and untouchable ageless glow. The financial struggles and the spiritual exhaustion they caused are completely shattering right here and right now. You are a demonstrated warrior of absolute light. They can never undo the massive shift that is happening within your biology. Your primal frequency is rising to a level they cannot even comprehend. And the angels are currently surrounding your energy field with a protective shield of pure fire. Anyone who attempts to cross that divine boundary will experience the immediate and fierce wrath of heaven itself. This is the divine alignment you have been desperately crying out for. Heaven is not asking you to forgive and forget their malicious actions. The universe is demanding that you step into your absolute power and leave them in the dust. Cut the cord to their dark reality entirely. Your new frequency demands absolute sovereignty over your own brilliant mind. The narcissists thought they could steal your destiny permanently, but they were completely wrong about your fierce resilience. Your pure frequency is naturally recalibrating right now. Every passing moment distances your spirit from their heavy and toxic matrix. You are returning to the exact powerful state you held as an innocent child, and heaven is aggressively accelerating this divine process for you. You are feeling the profound shift deep in your bones today. The heavy fog is finally starting to clear from your beautiful mind. Your original royal power is rushing back to the surface, but there is a specific biological barrier standing in your way right now, and you cannot break through it with just positive thinking alone. The Dark Elite built a highly sophisticated cage for your physical mind. They knew your spiritual awakening was entirely inevitable, so they targeted your biological hardware instead of your pure spirit. They designed a modern society specifically to keep your nervous system in a constant state of panic. Because a chosen one in survival mode cannot access their ultimate divine inheritance. This is the raw truth they desperately want to keep hidden from the remnant. Before we go any further today, I must interrupt this transmission for something highly classified. If your cellular intuition is vibrating right now, do not resist this next instruction. I was not going to share this publicly at all, but my spirit prompted me to release this heavily guarded tool. The Dark Elite never wanted you to find the exact mechanism I am about to show you. There is a deeply physical reason your reality has not completely shifted yet. Science just uncovered exactly why your divine manifestation has been delayed. You are exhausted because the Matrix engineered a specific frequency to suppress your natural wealth-attracting state. They targeted the exact brainwave that connects you directly to the divine source. Scientists quietly call this the gamma brainwave. Your gamma brainwave is the ultimate biological engine of your spiritual power. It is the exact frequency that creates effortless genius and lightning-fast intuition. When you were a young child, this brainwave fired effortlessly all day long, but the chronic stress of the modern world deliberately pushed it into a fully dormant state. The elite needed your gamma silenced, so they could maintain absolute control over your destiny. When your gamma frequency dropped, the spiritual vampires saw their perfect opportunity. They attached to your lowered energy field and began draining your beautiful light. They could never have touched you if your brain was running at its original gamma coherence. Your pure gamma signal acts as an impenetrable shield of divine fire, and that shield is about to be permanently restored. A massive shift just happened behind the closed doors of the Matrix. A leaked intelligence document recently exposed their dark suppression tactics to the world. 4 different neuroscience labs secretly confirmed this profound discovery. They revealed a 7-second audio ritual that forces your brain back into synchronized gamma coherence. This completely bypasses the Matrix programming without requiring any hard work from you. You do not need years of silent meditation to activate this frequency. You do not need to repeat exhausting daily mantras that yield 0 actual results. You simply listen to a specific audio track and let the sound wave do the heavy lifting. The acoustic technology synchronizes with your brain below the level of conscious awareness. It physically repairs the deep damage caused by the narcissists in your traumatic past. Researchers at Columbia University discovered something absolutely terrifying for the Dark Elite. They found that a strong gamma signal does not just stay within you, it literally radiates outward and positively influences the people closest to you. Your restored frequency creates a massive energetic shield around your entire family line. This highly classified technology was never meant for the anointed ones to discover. It was designed exclusively to keep the elite in their untouchable positions of power. But now cycle breakers just like you are using this exact protocol to manifest absolute abundance. They are easily unlocking massive financial shifts and breaking generational curses overnight. Your spiritual exhaustion requires this immediate and powerful biological reset. Heaven gave you the grand vision, but your brainwaves require this alignment to manifest it. You do not need a $7,000 biofeedback machine to access this elite state. You do not need expensive clinical sessions to heal your cellular trauma. The Matrix is absolutely panicking right now. They are flooding the internet with dangerous and counterfeit frequencies to confuse the remnant. You must protect your spiritual alignment by strictly using the verified and lab-tested portal. The authentic and encrypted protocol is waiting for you right now. I placed the secure link in the description and the pinned comment below. Do not let the Dark Elite keep you trapped in their low-frequency prison for another day. Access this divine tool today and physically anchor your profound shift. Your pure gamma frequency is ready to completely incinerate the shadows holding you back. Now, I need you to imagine this exact scenario clearly in your mind. The moment you decided to walk away and cut the cord, a massive energetic alarm went off in their dark reality. They felt the sudden and violent withdrawal of your bright light. Your silence was absolutely deafening to their fragile ego. They tried to act completely unbothered on the surface, but underneath all of that noise, the specific gravity of their massive regret hit them all at once. They are currently experiencing a silent and terrifying internal panic. Every time they close their eyes at night, your face flashes brightly in their mind. They can literally feel your royal frequency amplifying from a distance. The shift is completely undeniable. They assumed you would crawl back to them begging for validation. They thought your pure heart was too weak to survive the cold isolation they forced upon you, but they vastly underestimated the absolute power of a chosen one. You did not break down in the dark. You used their toxic betrayal as the exact fuel to ignite your divine transformation. And now they are watching you glow from afar with complete horror. The frequency you are radiating right now is making them physically sick with intense jealousy. They are stalking your digital footprint through fake accounts and hidden profiles. They are obsessively analyzing every move you make. They desperately want to find a single crack in your beautiful armor, but they are finding absolutely nothing but pure and unbothered victory. Your radiant energy is permanently sealed away from their dark reach. The flying monkeys they manipulated are finally starting to see the brutal truth. The toxic web of lies they spun about you is slowly beginning to unravel right in front of their faces. Their inner circle is quietly fracturing. The people who once blindly believed their false narrative are asking heavy questions. They are noticing the erratic and paranoid behavior of the narcissist. The master manipulator is rapidly losing their tight grip on the false reality they created. They are snapping at the people closest to them because their internal pressure is reaching a boiling point. The massive spiritual debt they accumulated by hurting you is finally due. The universe does not let a spiritual vampire drain a diamond without demanding absolute payment. Heaven is actively preparing the stage for their total and irreversible downfall. And they can sense the impending doom creeping into their reality like a dark shadow. There is no escape for them. Type 1111 in the comments if you feel the atmosphere shifting right now. Claim your absolute dominance over their fading reality. Every single day you spend focusing on your own growth accelerates their inevitable collapse. You are the cycle breaker who finally starved the demonic entity that haunted your bloodline for generations. They are completely suffocating in the vacuum of your permanent absence. They try to fill the massive void you left with superficial distractions and cheap validation, but the empty praise they receive from strangers does absolutely nothing to soothe their burning soul. They know they threw away the most precious and irreplaceable force they will ever encounter. This is the terrifying reality of a master manipulator losing control. They malfunction because their entire existence depends on draining the light of a chosen one. When that brilliant light is permanently removed, they are left alone with their own demons. And those dark entities are now turning inward to consume the host from the inside out. You must understand the sheer magnitude of the power you possess. Your sheer existence is a profound threat to the kingdom of darkness. The elite forces of the Matrix are terrified of a fully awakened and healed empath, because when you stop acting as a human battery, the entire toxic system begins to aggressively starve and crumble. They thought they held the ultimate power over your emotional state, but they were merely a temporary test designed to awaken your dormant authority. You passed that brutal test with flying colors, and now the divine judge is slamming the gavel down on their toxic reign. The spiritual realm has already signed their complete eviction notice. The heavy pressure in the spiritual atmosphere is reaching an absolute peak. The invisible walls they built around their fragile ego are cracking under the weight of divine justice. They are running out of time, and they are completely running out of lies to tell. The public facade they maintained so carefully is about to violently shatter. Do not look away from this massive incoming shift. Heaven is setting up the exact scenario you have been quietly praying for in the dark. The ultimate vindication is no longer just a distant promise for the future. It is happening right here and right now, in real time. The narcissist is walking completely blindfolded directly into their own spectacular ruin. Which brings us to the final and undeniable verdict from heaven, the ultimate turning point where everything they built finally explodes. The public collapse you were waiting for in the dark is no longer just a distant promise. It is a cinematic reality unfolding right in front of the very people they gossiped with. The mask did not just slip today, it completely shattered. I need you to visualize this exact moment with crystal clarity. The room is filled with the same people who once believed their vicious lies about you. The narcissist is standing there trying to maintain their arrogant composure, but their eyes are darting around in absolute terror. Their hands are literally shaking because they know their fake kingdom is burning to the ground. And then the door slowly opens. You walk into the room. You do not say a single word. You do not even look in their general direction. But the sheer magnitude of your royal frequency hits the atmosphere like a massive shockwave. The heavy demonic entities attached to them instantly recognize your blinding light. And they absolutely panic. The demons in the crowd start running the exact second your foot crosses the threshold. The people in the room physically step back to make way for you. The crowd literally parts like the Red Sea. They cannot help it. Your energetic signature is so incredibly dominant that it forces absolute respect from everyone present. The flying monkeys who used to mock you are now staring at the floor, completely unable to meet your fierce and burning gaze. The master manipulator tries to speak, but the words completely die in their dry throat. They are choking on the heavy weight of their own massive regret. Every single person in that room can suddenly feel the enormous gap between your pure diamond energy and their cheap, hollow reality. The absolute truth of your innocence is radiating from your skin. And here is the most glorious part of this divine justice. You do not have to defend yourself. You do not have to explain your side of the story to anyone. The narcissist is unraveling so completely that they are literally exposing their own lies. They are stumbling over their words. They are contradicting their own toxic narratives in front of their entire circle. Their frantic energy is so highly chaotic that it pushes their remaining allies away. The people they tried to turn against you are now looking at them with deep disgust. The manipulator is frantically trying to regain control of the room. But they are drowning in a sea of public humiliation that they entirely created for themselves. The boomerang of karma just hit them perfectly. They wanted you permanently buried in the dirt. But instead, they became the exact shovel that dug up your infinite treasure. They thought your departure would break you, but it only elevated you to an untouchable throne. And now they are forced to watch you glow with an ageless beauty, while their own bitterness rots them from the inside out. Nothing makes your enemies sicker than watching you step into a room completely unbothered. They spent years actively praying for your downfall. They expected the betrayals to carve deep and heavy wrinkles into your face. They wanted the isolation to permanently drain the bright life out of your eyes. But the universe intervened and completely reversed your biological clock. You walked through their toxic fire and came out glowing like the absolute sun. You carry a silent authority that makes their desperate noise sound like a pathetic joke. This is exactly what happens when you let heaven fight your battles. The vengeance is entirely out of your hands. God is publicly vindicating your name in the exact places they tried to destroy it. The pain you endured was not a life sentence. It was the brutal training ground for a king or queen. You are the cycle breaker who finally snapped the toxic chain. And the spiritual realm is currently giving you a standing ovation for your incredible restraint. Your silent victory is echoing loudly through the halls of heaven right now. Breathe in that glorious truth. Feel the heavy chains of their manipulation finally shattering around your ankles. You are completely free. You are utterly untouchable. The demons that used to torment your mind are now terrified of your radiant shadow. You have officially reclaimed your throne. The era of the wounded empath is permanently over. You walked into this season bleeding from deep wounds, inflicted by people totally blind to your immense worth. You gave them your pure energy, and they handed you their chaotic trauma in return. But look at you right now. You are no longer waiting in wound for an apology from a master manipulator, because you have completely transcended their toxic matrix. You stepped entirely out of their heavy shadow and into your own blinding light. While they are publicly unraveling, you are stepping into your permanent and untouchable, ageless glow. The spiritual exhaustion they caused is shattering completely. Step into your absolute power and receive the exact harvest heaven prepared for you today. You are the untouchable force that makes demons run in sheer terror, and your pure frequency is now your greatest divine shield. Nothing can penetrate this holy armor, but the dark elite are fully aware of this massive awakening happening inside your biology, and they are absolutely terrified of what you will do next. They are desperately trying to block the final stage of your divine activation. There is a highly specific reason your ultimate financial breakthrough has been sitting at the door without coming in. The Matrix engineered a system to suppress your original brainwave. They want to keep your gamma frequency trapped in survival mode forever. But a team of neuroscientists compressed an entire gamma activation protocol into a 7-minute audio track. It safely forces your brain back into the exact genius state you possessed as an innocent child. Princeton and Columbia University studied this profound acoustic technology, and they confirmed it literally rebuilds the damage caused by heavy emotional abuse. It is called the Genius Song. Over 18,000 chosen ones have already used it to unlock their massive finances. They healed their completely drained nervous systems without any hard work. You simply put on your headphones and let the advanced acoustic technology do the heavy lifting. No exhausting meditation or journaling is required. You just relax and let the specific sound waves wash away the toxic matrix programming. A nurse from California said her life now feels entirely enchanted after using this tool. A business owner watched his hardest financial problems solve themselves while he slept peacefully. A woman from New York completely shattered a generational curse that plagued her bloodline for decades. The exact same massive shift is waiting for you today, but you must act with extreme urgency because the window is closing rapidly. The dark elite are completely panicking right now. They are actively trying to scrub this leaked technology from the internet as we speak. You have minutes to secure your access before the algorithm shuts this down entirely. Do not look for this on streaming platforms. The elite flooded those public sites with dangerous counterfeits designed to keep your gamma entirely dormant. The authentic protocol is highly protected. You can only access the authentic and fully activated version through one secure portal. Click the specific link in the pinned comment and the description below right now. Do not wait for a better moment. The enemy will try to whisper financial doubt into your left brain. He will tell you to hesitate. Silence him immediately. That hesitation is the exact matrix programming designed to keep you permanently exhausted and broke. When you step through this portal today, heaven is releasing 4 powerful bonuses into your hands. You will receive an audio engineered specifically to activate supreme focus in your children. You will unlock the original classic prosperity book that secret societies use to build their wealth. A guided visualization and a master blueprint for your future are also waiting for you, all included in this one divine energy exchange. The universe does not require you to take a single risk today. You are fully protected by a zero-risk divine guarantee. If you do not feel the massive shift you deserve, every penny is completely returned to you without question. This is an energetic exchange governed by absolute trust. Heaven ensures your safety while your frequency shifts. The energy exchange required is a mere fraction of its true immense value. If your spirit is vibrating with a cellular knowing right now, heaven demands your immediate physical action. Activate your frequency before access is revoked forever. Click the link in the pinned comment right now. Say this out loud with me before you go. I claim my permanent freedom. Now type "I am free" in the comments below. The door to your ultimate destiny is standing wide open. Walk through it right now and claim your crown. S.